What is up, guys? It is Christ. Welcome back to Unofficial Dream Theater Thursday. This was supposed to be released yesterday, but I was not able to do it because I had a lot of stuff that was going on yesterday, and I did not have time to sit down for an hour and record a Dream Theater video, so I do apologize for that. However, we are going to be listening to Octavarium right now. I am pretty excited to do this. This is one that's been highly requested ever since I started my Dream Theater journey back all the way when I first did the Glass Prison. This was one of the first that was recommended, and so it's one that has sort of been on the back burner until now, ever since really I started doing more album type videos, I guess. So quick update, the poll that won was for the next album was Systematic Chaos. So that will be the next album next week. I'm going to be putting up a poll. I believe there's a song called In the Presence of Enemies. Part 1 and 2. Part 1 begins the album and Part 2 closes it. I need to know what you guys want me to do there, because there's some people that want me to listen to it the normal way, and there's others that want me to check out In the Presence of Enemies Part 1 and 2 together. But so yeah, that's sort of like where I'm at right now. I don't really know what I want to do. So I'm going to be putting up a poll. Let me know what you guys want to see. However, I think I'm probably going to re-listen. If I do both of them together, I'm going to re-listen to Part 2 after the end. I'm probably going to do that, simply because I want it for completion's sake. And I'm also probably going to cut In the Presence of Enemies Part 1 and just do that as a separate video as well. So it's going to be the same video, so if you guys have already seen it by the time that goes out, then you don't got to watch it again. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Now we're going to get into Octavarium. Let's see what this has to say about it. Okay, the title track and longest song of the album, clocking it at about 24 minutes, Octavarium is a song with the theme of everything ends where it begins. It can also be considered a giant nod to progressive metal as a whole, particularly in Section 3, Full Circle. That is pretty cool. I heard there's a lot of Easter eggs in this song, and I'm pretty excited for that. I also heard like it ends the same way with The Root of All Evil. It ends with the piano, I believe, if I remember correctly. Anyway, so I'm not going to waste any more of your guys' time. It's already a long enough intro as it is. Let's go ahead and get started. Sort of a nice fade in with synthesizer novation, I believe, actually, yeah. Very atmospheric guitar solo, that's for sure. Atmospheric setting moves the instruments off of the song. song by Dream Theater standards. Fade now. Done on a pedal. I'm assuming this was done on a pedal by Rudess.
I never wanted to become someone like him, so secure, content to live each day just like the last. I was sure this was not for me, and I wanted so much more, far beyond what I could see. So I swore that I'd never be someone like him. So many years have passed since I proclaimed my independence, my mission, my aim, and my vision so secure. It's wonderful to know that I could be something more than what I dreamed, far beyond what I could see. Still I swear that missing out this time, as far as I could tell. There's nothing more I need, but still I ask myself,
and talk about each section individually after the song.
A doctor sitting next to me. He asked me how I feel. Not sure I understand his questioning. He says I've been away a while, but thinks he has cured me from a state of catatonic sleep. For 30 years, where have I been? Eyes open, but not getting through to me. Infiltrating me. Side effects appear as my conscience slips away. Science failing, conscience fading fast. Can't you stop what's happening? A higher dosage he prescribes, but there's no guarantee. I feel it starting to take over me. Tell him not to be ashamed. There's no one who's to blame. A second shot, a brief awakening. I feel the relapse can't break free. Eyes open, but not getting through to me. Infiltrating me. Side effects appear as my conscience slips away. Science failing, conscience fading fast. Can't you stop what's happening?
Okay, so I hate to do this. I really hate pausing Dream Theater songs, but this is a huge song, and I feel that it would be better if I talk about at least a couple of sections sort of independently. We're gonna try and get through it pretty fast, though. Um, I really enjoyed the intro, but I feel that with the intro of Octavarium, it kind of drug on a little bit too long. It was like 4 minutes long, I believe, and I think they would have accomplished the same thing in half of that. But I have a feeling why it's almost exactly 24 minutes long. We'll get into that afterwards. But the first song, or rather the first section, I believe it's called "Someone Like Him," and to me, looking at the lyrics, this song is about someone as a child swearing that they would never be like their parents. They didn't want to be anything like their parents. And then as time grows on, they mature. They start to realize that their parents were just looking out for them. Their parents loved them, and so they realized that they wanted to be exactly like their parents. So that's just something that I was thinking about like during this song. The second song, "Medicate," in parentheses "Awakening," I believe is about either paralysis or it's about what's it called? I have a brain fart right now. A coma, They could also just be in a catatonic state or something. Um, but it seems like they're a prisoner inside their own mind. They're aware of what's going on around them, but yet they can't do anything to help it. And so that, for example, lines like, uh, a doctor sitting next to me asks how I feel, not sure I understand his questioning. He says I've been away for a while, but thinks he has cured me from a state of catatonic sleep. For 30 years, where have I been? Eyes open, but not getting through to me. This could also, I'm thinking, could be about Goldfield syndrome as well too, but I don't think that's likely. I think this is more about either paralysis, being in a coma, or being in a catatonic state. Overall, the music for both of these two songs were really good. I keep calling them songs, but they're sections. Really like the more upbeat, but yet it had like very like darker sounding parts to it as well. Medicate did, and I really enjoyed Someone Like Him. It was a very nice song. So those are my two sort of mini reviews for the first two. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna bring that back a few seconds, and then we'll restart.
Can't you stop what's happening?
Boy, going off. Oh my God.
Sailing on the seven seas, that day tripper. DM's ready, Jack the Ripper, Owens, Wilson, Phillips, and
Say
Mike.
Owen Wilson?
Ready, Lucy in the sky with
It
diamonds.
did.
Dave's not here, I come to save that day for nightmare. Sit up the show, me the way to get back home again. Spinning
Back up
round
vocal.
and round, scream without a sound, stumbling all around, find I've come full circle.
Hello. Holy crap. Hello. Okay. We're going to pause this and bring this back to about probably 10 seconds back. I just want to say that I really, really enjoyed the sort of beginning, I guess, synthesizer to part 3, Full Circle. That was absolutely amazing by Rudess. It was an absolutely amazing section, and Mike Portnoy definitely really backed him up on that one, and I thought it sounded absolutely amazing. So, Full Circle, I'm not exactly sure what this is about. It looks like a bunch of nonsense lyrics, and I'm not even kidding when I say that. Sailing on the 7, I'm assuming it's talking about seas. Seize the day. Tripper DM's ready. Jack the Ripper. Owens. So it's not Owen Wilson, it's Owens Wilson. Philip and my supper's ready. Lucy in the sky with Diamond Dave's not here. Yeah, I cannot make heads or tails of this, guys. I don't really know what he is talking about right here. This could be just a nonsense section. But perhaps there is a deeper meaning. Maybe I'm just not really looking into it enough. So he says, running forward, falling back, spinning round and round. So I want to know who was actually doing the backup vocals for this part. I thought it was Portnoy, but I'm not sure. It didn't sound like Portnoy to me. Scream without a sound, stumbling all around, finally I've come full circle. So this actually, I think, could be related to the first song. Then it says, flying off the handle, be careful with... Okay, I'm trying to make heads or tails of this. That axe Eugene, Gene, the dance machine, Messiah, light my fire, Gabba Gabba, hey, hey, my generation's home. I'm like trying really hard not to laugh right now, but these are just like lyrics that I can't make heads or tails of these lyrics. I will say though that the guitar solo with Petrucci as well as Rudess, they fed off of each other so well, and that intro like solo where they were just like shredding was absolutely amazing. I love the sort of like more light-hearted like thing that Rudess had done after the guitar solo, but it was absolutely amazing. Really liked that section. Now we are on to part 4, intervals, and this should be the last pause of the song. So without further ado, let's get started. I was going to bring back. Dave Mustaine right here.
Try to break through, long to connect, fall on deaf ears and fail muted breath. Loyalty, trust, faith, and desire carries love through each darkest fire. Tortured insanity, a smothering hell. Try to escape, but to no avail. The calls of admirers claim they adore. Drain all your lifeblood while begging for more. Innocent phantoms of merciless crimes are prey to some madman's impulsive designs. Step up the scale, we try controlling our fate. When we finally start living, it's become too late. Trapped inside this Octavarium. Trapped inside this Octavarium. Trapped inside this
Is he actually screaming? Dang, why does he do that more often? Oh my god, that was amazing. Of course. I was waiting for that. What a song. Man, you guys weren't kidding when you said that was probably the best song that they have ever done. Holy crap, that song was absolutely amazing. Try to not minimize. There we go. Um, Holy crap. I guess let's talk about that ending right there. So I'm gonna take you back to section 4 intervals. He was channeling his inner Dave Mustaine here. He started off. He sounded almost exactly like Mustaine to me at first, and then my boy LeBreeze started actually doing. It sounded like he was doing some high pitched screaming vocals, but I'm not sure. When he was starting to say "trapped inside this Octavarium," it sounded like he was doing some screaming vocals, which was very cool. I'm wondering if there's any more like songs where he has done vocals like that. I thought it fit the song perfectly. Sort of like the build up to that point. It definitely fit the song's theme. Um, when he started out really low and then he just got higher and higher over time until he got to the octave. That was pretty cool. Um, really, really, really enjoyed this song, and we had to talk about that ending solo. Um, that was probably the top two solos I have ever heard by Petrucci. And there's been a lot of like really good solos, and it's hard to even say that because of how many just sheerly amazing solos that he has done. So I would consider that definitely in the top two solos I have ever heard. Just the like range that he was using in that solo was absolutely amazing, and it fit the theme very very well for the song as well. I really liked how it sort of how it had the piano to the intro to the root of all evil. That was very very nice. That was a very nice touch. And I told you guys I was gonna like share my thoughts as to why I thought it was almost exactly 24 minutes long. To my mind, in my mind, it's sort of symbolic. It's not really like about the length. It's rather the symbology behind 24. Um, 24 is the number of hours in a day, and it's the time it takes to complete one cycle. So in that case, in that sort of aspect, I understand why it was almost exactly 24 minutes long. And you could technically say it was when you look back at the root of all evil, and the intro to the root of all evil is kind of like taken from this as well. So overall, I thought the song was absolutely amazing, and I really don't have anything else to say. It was one of the best songs I have ever heard by Dream Theater, and rightfully so. You guys hyped it to the moon, and it fully delivered on everything. Really, really enjoyed this song. Um, I have a feeling though that Intervals is actually more so about the root of all evil than it is Octavarium, because it says in parentheses root, but that could actually be talking about the root note. Root notes are like what you base a key off of in music, and so yeah, that's what I can see. Or rather, not really root note, but the root note of a chord specifically. Uh, There's a lot of stuff in here that I'm not going to get the first listen to, obviously, so I do apologize for that. There's probably lyrics that I'm going to connect over time to different parts of the album, as well as different parts that connect in this song, Octavarium, as well. Overall, this was an absolutely amazing, epic song by Dream Theater, clocking at almost 24 minutes long. It was absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to check out the next one. And I cannot wait to start listening to this one immediately afterwards on repeat. So I will let you guys go. We'll see you later.